sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Now Allen. He completes it to the tight end Knox. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Watch left, watch left. Watch left.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual-threat QB. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Yeldon was always reliable out of the backfield for Blake Bortles, and now he has a chance to help out another young quarterback in the same way in Josh Allen. But you look at the numbers a season ago, 55 catches, almost 500 yards, very sure hands for a running back. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space, and he gets it down to the 32. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger, and that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And the Bills first down.
20.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
20.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, Alpha. Check 55.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Check 53's Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Black and turn.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerry Hughes make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Here we go. Easy, easy. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen on the left side, he finds Beasley. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Allen now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And again, it's Allen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Allen going to throw. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox as time expires in the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. First target, 1st catch, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Allen hands off to McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Switzer. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Escapes the sack. He's going to look deep down the field. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
He's an absolute oak tree in the pocket because he is so hard to get on the ground. Not as elusive as he used to be, but still, trying to get him down, tough for any defender. In that case, he's able to move just enough. Incomplete pass downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense. And
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Allen throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than doubled his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. Allen now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Mark Barron. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Allen. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Switzer on the return. Fighting through.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Ben to throw again. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Start! 180!
Lunch 49! I got
one!
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Now Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
55.
Focus, defense, focus.
955.
Here's Allen to throw it. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the Steelers' 39-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
56, 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, wahoo!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Roethlisberger to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ed Oliver in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
And he's got Rodgers. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
1st down and goal to go.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Big Ben going to take it himself, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger in the final minute, and the Steelers have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. To throw is Allen. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Check 52. Switch. Recon, 132 fighter.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to his right. He's good. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at half